A lot of you guys have been asking me for an AM skincare routine, so I thought I would do one. I already washed my face, freshly washed and everything. Mostly in the morning. I kind of switch it up depending on the day. So today is a non-exfoliating day. So usually I will grab this cleanser, or this is what I'm using at the moment. I'm almost done with it, so I'm going to change it pretty soon. Anytime I do changes in my skincare routine, I will let you guys know. I've been asked to kind of keep up with my skincare routine as the seasons change. So this is what I was using through the summer. I really enjoyed this one. It does have a kind of not heavy scent to it, but it kind of reminds me of my grandma a little bit. But this is a Wild Rose Brightening and Buffing Cleanser from Korres. I did really like this. Sorry, it says Rachel on there because I received it as gratis. I did really like this one. It helped keep my skin very even and nice and bright. If you guys remember from a previous favorites video, I did use the Visibly Even from Neutrogena. That one was a good alternative to my soy cleanser with a little bit of exfoliating in it. And then I tried this one because I kind of like the exfoliating, invigorating kind of feeling in the morning without the true exfoliation. It's more of like a buffing sort of, I guess. So this one is really nice and soft. The granules are really not thin, but smaller, so they're really fine. But I definitely saw a huge improvement in my skin tone, especially some of you guys have noticed that my skin was smoother or brighter or just more even looking, and this really helped with that. So I did enjoy this very much. I may or may not purchase it. I have a couple other cleansers that are kind of waiting to be used, but I would definitely repurchase this if I ran out and didn't have another one to use. I would probably go back to this one or my Neutrogena Visibly Even. If I notice that my skin's a little more irritated in the morning, because sometimes my rosacea acts up a little bit, right now it's pretty good. It's not acting up. It's not super red. But if I feel like my skin is not looking so great that morning, I usually grab my Aquamarina from Lush. It's been a long time since I used this. I finally went back to it about a couple weeks ago, I would say, like 3 weeks ago. I used to love this cleanser. This was like my favorite everyday cleanser. Then I started working where I work. Got to try a whole bunch of new things, so I kind of stopped using it. But I don't know, lately, I don't know if it's just summer or just with the like numerous weather changes happening here in the Bay Area. But my skin was going crazy. So I would have random dry patches here and there. I would have like more oiliness than usual, or like my rosacea would act up super crazy. So when I feel like my skin is just not balanced very well, like I feel like it's just really uneven as far as like I'm hella oily here, hella dry here, patchiness random places, red all over, this is usually a really good cleanser that I like to use. So this is what I use when my skin is acting up. On days when I exfoliate, I usually grab one of these two. It really just depends on how my skin is feeling. This one is relatively new to my routine. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep using this. I'm just trying it because it came in my Ipsy bag. But before I even messed with this one, I was using the Angels on Bare Skin. Before this one, I was using, what was it? I think it was my St. Ives. The St. Ives Apricot Scrub, which is like a tried and true favorite. I love that one. But I had to switch over to the Fresh Skin version because the one with salicylic was drying me out too much. I was thinking, I don't know, I've always been able to use that one, but I think it's just I'm using so many other new things in my skincare routine that I felt like it was really drying me out around my nose, because literally as soon as I stopped using it and started using something else, it disappeared. So I knew that was the problem. So I was using that one. I used it for like 2 weeks, but I stopped using it because I was like, oh my god, why am I hella dry? And then before that, I was using the Algenist Detoxifying Cleanser, which I loved. You guys know I talked about that in a favorites video. I did intend on repurchasing it, but again, since I just so happened to be at Lush getting this one, I thought I would pick this one up. My skin used to really love this. It still does. Again, I use it more when I feel like my skin is very unbalanced. So if I need to exfoliate my skin, because I exfoliate, 1, 2, 3, how many times are there in a week? I literally do it every other day. So I do it every other day in the shower, where it's like more steamy. Kind of opens up my pores a little bit better. And I prefer a more detoxifying style kind of exfoliator, something that really feels like it's exfoliating. So besides the alginous one, I do really like the Angels on Bare Skin. I don't know if I'll repurchase it again after I finish this one, because now I realize why I haven't been to Lush in forever, and it's because I honestly can't go through it fast enough before it expires. It's so natural that it's better to get little amounts at a time. So as you notice, I only got like $5 worth, because if I get any more than that, I feel like I can never get through it before it expires. This is the new one that I've been trying because it just came in my Ipsy bag, so I've been using it for about 1 or 2 weeks, about 2 weeks now. It's the Jojoba Charcoal Face Scrub. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. One of my girls, Steph, here on YouTube, she really likes Michael Todd Cosmetics, or their skincare line, and she especially likes, I think it's the charcoal line that you like, girl, but she really loves Michael Todd skincare, so I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try. Me and her usually like the same stuff, and I do like it. I'm not in love with it. Like, I feel like I've tried better things, but it actually makes my skin feel very nice and soft. I'm not sure how I feel about the detoxifying aspect of it. It's just okay. So I like it, but it's not overly amazing that I would actually purchase like a full size of it. But it was nice to try, and I do feel like it works. I mean, it works as in like it does what it's supposed to do. Like, it does help my skin feel a little bit more renewed. It has helped fade my scars. I have these pimples on right here for like the longest time ever, and I feel like it helped fade the pigmentation of them over time. I also feel like it's kept my pores fairly clean. My skin always feels nice and refreshed. So I do this one in the shower. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do, you know, my actual skincare routine now in the morning. So I always tap on an eye cream. Always. Like, this is a must for me. Number one, it helps my my concealer apply so much more smoother. It also helps kind of depuff my eyes a little bit, so when I'm doing my makeup looks a lot smoother too. It also brightens underneath my eyes, and this specific eye cream, the Ginseng from Origins, one of my favorites, not my favorite, but one of them. This one actually helps improve the circulation in my eyes. So if I feel like I'm super like, ugh, the caffeine literally improves the circulation going on. If I feel like I'm extra puffy, I'll grab my roll-on from Sephora. I really like this stuff. It's $15 of pure excellence. It's a great alternative to the Fab Beauty, the Fab one that I like, the Detox Eye Roller. This one is a really great alternative to that if the caffeine in that one is way too strong for you, because I've had clients tell me like I love it, but it hurts. Because sometimes when it's like right here, it's like it's literally tightening so hard that it's like kind of uncomfortable. So this one's like a nicer, milder alternative to it, and it's $15 of amazingness. So I like it because it literally helps refresh the eyes. It literally helps it's like a quick kind of fix, I guess, if I feel like my eyes are looking a little bit more tired than usual. Next thing I do is I spray my skin with toner, or wipe my skin with toner, whatever. I prefer the spray. You'll see why in a second. So I usually just spray. Right now I'm using the Breath of Fresh Air from Lush. It's one of my favorites. Before that I was using the Clinique one, this one right here, the Clinique Mirrored. I put this in a spray bottle previously, but I usually use some kind of toner. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. Anything that is skin balancing, anything that's skin balancing works for me. I'm not super picky. I do love the Lush one because it's very simple and it's very inexpensive. I like the Clinique one, but it was just okay. And then I did like the Murad one, the Essential C one, but it's just kind of pricey for me. I use it every single day and I just really did not see the point. So right now I'm kind of cocktailing my moisturizer. I do about half a pump of the Ulla Henriksen Truth Activating Oil. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see that. Can you see that? The Truth Activating Oil. This is just a small trial size bottle. And then whatever moisturizer I'm using at the time. Right now it is one from Bare Minerals. Usually anything with SPF is okay with me. And then I just kind of massage that into my skin. And it just kind of gives my skin a nice like little glow. And I love it. Like once it marinates into my skin, it like makes my skin feel so good. So smooth. Ugh, I love it. So whatever it is, I just kind of cocktail my moisturizer with this. I was using the Soy Face moisturizer with SPF 20. I ran out of it and I just had this laying around, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna kill it because I have like 5 other moisturizers that I want to use. But I was like, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and use it because my skin was starting to get a little bit more oddly oily, just because it got hot again all of a sudden, so my skin got more combo oily, and this was more appropriate for my skin. Okay. And this one just happened to be more appropriate for my skin type. So this is the cocktail I'm using at the moment. Any kind of SPF moisturizer is usually pretty good for me as long as it's lightweight and very fluid. I do like the Fresh one a lot. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite. But I'm just trying so many new things. I have so many moisturizers in my gratis bin that I want to play with. But I just want to kind of finish this one off because I had started using this at first, and then I got a replenishment on my Soy Face one, so I started using that one again. But I do like this one. It's nice. It doesn't do anything overly special except moisturize my skin. If anything, I actually feel like this is what does more for me. So cocktailing them together works because this one is actually quite rich. So doing about half a pump of this with a lightweight moisturizer is like perfect for me. And then from there, I just go ahead and do my makeup. So I usually that's pretty much it, all I do in the morning. I know it sounds really complicated, but it's not. It's more like I just have so many things that I play with a lot. And part of the reason I do that is because sometimes my skin can be very temperamental. There's some mornings I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, I'm hella red today. And I don't know why. Sometimes, you know, I am too lazy at night to do like my full-blown skincare routine, or like, say for example, I did my PMD and I'm like super red the next morning. Then this would be, you know, the Aquamarina would be a more ideal face cleanser for me because it's not super rough and I'm not like exfoliating because I had just exfoliated the night before. So I just switch it up just based on how my skin is feeling. But more often than not, I stick to the same cleanser every morning. The only time I switch it up is when I'm either exfoliating, which is every other day, or when my skin is acting crazy, and that's when I use a more calming cleanser. As far as everything else, I keep it pretty simple. Again, my toner is just whatever I feel like using. I usually try to put it in a spray bottle because that's what I prefer. If you guys notice, I sprayed it on. My skin was still damp, and then I put my moisturizer on because I feel like that's what works best for me. Everyone is different, but I feel like that's what helps my moisturizer apply so much more smoother and helps prep my skin properly. I have tried it the other way around where I put on toner, I let it dry, and then I put my moisturizer and stuff on, and I felt like it was a little too oily. Or greasy-ish feeling. But this is like the best routine for me as a good makeup prep, and then from here I go ahead and do my makeup. So hopefully this video was helpful. I know a ton of you guys were asking me about it. My morning routine is way more simpler than my nighttime routine, as you can tell. But if I do change anything, I will let you guys know. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope it was helpful. If you guys have questions or want reviews on any of the products that I mentioned, please let me know, of course, and I will do my best to put a video up. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!